Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. This is a beautiful Tuesday morning, which means we are live with our 2020 segment, what it means to be 20 going into 2020.
Yeah, we're here live at Game of Axes. The address is 12550 South Military Trail. We're going to throw some axes. Be super safe, because we're a super safe show and not full of idiots like me.
I don't give yourself too much credit.
I'm Teddy.
I'm Kelsey, and we have some new faces here today we'd like to introduce.
Hello, my name is David Camargo. That one? Oh, my name is David Camargo, and I'm an MBA student at FAU.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm from Syracuse, New York, and I'm a junior at FAU.
I'm Hector the Animator. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore.
Hector's here because we love Hector. We just love Hector's commentary. Genuinely.
And I've got something to start the show out. I want to know what you guys think, because it happened to me on the way to work today, so it's really fresh. I was using Google Maps to get directions here, and it alerted me to a police speed trap on the highway. And sure enough, like 2 minutes down the road, there's a cop who had gotten somebody with the speed trap.
How useful. Well, how nice of Google to tell you where the cops are.
But that's creepy that they'll tell you, because isn't the whole point of a speed trap to, like, catch the speeding people?
It's kind of the
I
same
feel like
with
that sounded
police.
dumb when I said it, but like...
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same with the police. You want them to show up when you're in trouble. You don't want them when you're doing something that might get you in trouble.
I was thinking about that on the way here, because I was thinking, why would they do that? They want,
Yeah.
they want to make sure people aren't speeding, and it's really a way to get
it's-
some money. But for Google, I mean, that's a pretty good rep. They can say, we'll alert you to where the police are, use our service.
Well, they have the whole system Waze where you the users will report stuff. So like if you're using Waze, you can see a speed trap and be like, oh, there's a cop here. Let me alert everyone around me that there's a cop here. Like, oh, there's an accident. It's like a crowdsourcing map app, and it kills your battery. But it's really great on like long road trips. And you can see who around you is using Waze, so which is also slightly creepy. But like you can be like, oh, that car next to me, like they're using Waze.
I just feel like it's something that keeps on evolving. Like, I know that truckers, they used to tell each other way back then where the cops were. People who drive normal cars, they will get radio signals to get what the truckers are saying, and they will know where they.
Yeah, you
cops
can
are,
pick
so-
up ham radio on your radios, and you can see what the truckers say. So, but it really does go into that surveillance of like, are we being too surveilled that even the cops can't get away from it?
Yeah, and it was something in the news the other day too about, and this is not so much, government surveillance, but just how many cameras are in our lives and you don't know where they are. On a flight, it was maybe in the news 2 weeks ago, a woman came out of the bathroom and alerted flight attendants to the fact that there was a blinking light in the vent in the bathroom on the airplane, and they went in and somebody had installed a camera in the bathroom. I mean, they're just everywhere. They're microscopic. It seems like you can't get away from things like this.
A few months ago, there was a huge thing in the news where people were going into public bathrooms and doing the same thing. They were putting little cameras and they were giving out PSAs like, hey, check the vents, check the bathroom lock, like check everything you can
To be
make
fair,
sure.
that's kind of been again maybe not big as issue as it was back in a long time ago. But the whole idea that that some weirdos might be hiding really small cameras in places that you wouldn't expect to see them.
Yeah.
To me, them has again been a problem, but now that we've found a way to make cameras really, really small and really, really hard to find, the PSA is starting to make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, that goes along with like the idea of like how the Amazon Alexa, like people think that it's like listening in because it's always listening, and like they think the government can be like surveilling you and like always listening in on your like home conversation. So some people refuse to get like Alexas.
Yeah, there was a whole court case on that
Yeah.
an Alexa was in a room when a murder happened, and they
Yeah.
had to sue Amazon or like quarantine or something. I don't know the right word. I'm not a lawyer. I'm sorry. I'm a theater major. They had to
subpoena.
do something legal with Amazon because Amazon would not give up
I think
the
the
sound
word-
bites that Alexa had
So do you
like
think
picked
the word
up.
we're looking for is subpoena?
Subpoena, probably. I don't know. Watch the verdict though. That's law stuff.
Yes.
So what do you guys think, though? Is there too much surveillance in our culture right now? what do you think about, traffic cams and the even on your computer?
I think they come in handy when like it comes to like crime and like catching like people doing the wrong thing or like car accidents, like whose fault it was. Like I think in that sense it's okay. And like, or if someone's like robbing you, like having surveillance at a like grocery store, like I think in that sense it's okay to have surveillance because it can like ultimately like end up like catching like someone doing the wrong thing or helping you out.
Do you think that you should need to sign something saying that you are being, because a lot of places have to have signage saying like we have security cameras are watching you. Do you think that you need that, or do you think it actually helps?
If it's private property, I don't think it's necessary. You kind of just assume that if it's private property, but I don't really see an issue with that regard of. I mean, if it's not your house, they can record whatever they want in their house.
Well,
or
what
in the
about something like an
business.
Airbnb? Because it's their private property, it's their house. Like, this
That's
is
a good
my
point.
house. I can put a camera wherever I want, but I'm having strangers stay in my house. Do you think that that's something?
I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, that's.
I think they should
crosses the
alert
line.
you and tell you.
Yeah, at the very least, when it comes to putting cameras or microphones on property, they should be at least a warning that hey, this place is being surveilled. That being said, when companies are doing with technology apps or whatever they really should be more transparent about how much data they are in fact seeing. And I know that it's written somewhere on the, I don't know, almost novel length agreement sections that they include most of their stuff. But I think it really should just be one of the first things they show up in their agreements list.
Well, that is something where you almost feel like you're being deceived because it is, for a lot of apps and things like that, there is that agreement thing where you can't use the app until you press the
Yeah.
I agree to these terms and conditions. But like Hector said, it's novel length. You're not going to nobody's going to sit and read through those terms and
No, unless
conditions.
you're a maniac,
What was the thing with
which I am.
the app from Facebook that changed your look, that make you look older? That was a big thing. And
Oh,
if people
yeah.
realized
And
it
also
was
for the
sending it to,
DNA
like,
testing.
And the gender
Oh, really?
gender
Yeah.
swapper.
So, fun fact, if you use, I don't know the name of the app, I didn't use it, but there was an app, I guess it was by Facebook, where it would like make you look older, make you look like a girl or a boy or a kid or whatever. They were using it for facial mapping. If you have an iPhone X and you do Face ID, Apple now has a completely perfect map of your face, genetic map of your face. If you did one of the DNA testings, that company in the release that you sign says that they can use says you can or can't, depending on the company. Some of them you get a choice. They can use your DNA for genetic testing, for scientific testing. And now there's a I don't remember the word. There's a theory that they can now use your DNA. The government now has access to it. You can use it for whatever you want.
Well, is it included in the paperwork? Is it spelled out in the paperwork?
It depends. Some of them. I know the really big one that everyone did,
Ancestry or 23andMe?
23andMe, you had to
23andMe.
sign a paper saying either you can or can't use my DNA, but I don't think Ancestry gave you a choice. I'm not 100% sure what's in their agreements.
I think they did because I used Ancestry. At that point, I figured the government has, all my information anyway. I might as well get something out of it, and I wanted, I wanted to
Normally-
know what
But
my history
But
was.
do you really want to know whether or not you were descended from pirates?
I mean, if Ancestry could tell me I was descended from like Anne Bonny, I think that'd be really cool. But I think that kind of blurs the line where, especially for folks that don't know their genetic history, if they were adopted or things like that, can give someone so much comfort or healing. But then there is that flip side of
What do you give up
What do
for
you
that
give up in
knowledge?
return? Yeah.
I feel like you get more of a buffer room or like a defense whenever it's sort of like written in paper and handed to you for you to sign. That makes people more willing to actually read it and sign it. But if
Even
it's all
then-
electronic,
I feel like even then, like when I sign things, and I'm really sorry, Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, I don't sign things without you guys reading it anyway. But like, I know that when I've signed leases for my old apartments, like if one of my other roommates didn't read it, I would have no idea what was on that lease. Because I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah, it's
boy.
for an apartment. Like I trust you that whatever's on here is good for my apartment. Sign, done. And it's not until one of my other roommates would be like, no, I have to read this, and I have to see what rights we have and what rights we don't have. And anywhere you go that has like a waiver, here at Game of Axes, we have a waiver that you sign to make sure that you're safe and that everything's going to be right. If you go rock climbing, anything you do, when you have to sign a waiver or papers, read what it says, because people, I don't know, you never know with people nowadays. People are putting cameras in bathrooms. You don't know what they're going to do.
I guess that's sort of the $2,500,000 question. What is the trade-off? What is the trade-off? I mean, it's one hand to be safe. It's one hand that you know you're being safer, but the fact that now that safety comes at the cost of things like your mobility, your autonomy, your autonomy, what choices you are allowed or not allowed to make. I mean, I don't entirely agree with with the idea of that Google or Amazon or whatever software doesn't give you the right to shut off. You have to shut off whatever voice recognition apps they have. But I do understand why a government would place road cameras more often. It's just that there has to be an agreed limit. Where is the point that you just can't cross?
Well, and that brings up an interesting point Teddy brought up earlier about
Yeah.
surveillance in China, what you had read in the news recently.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure how long they've had it, but in China, especially in the big city parts, they have called social scoring. And this score is they surveillance you of how you interact with people, what you do online, what you say to people, what you do for work, how other people rate you. And that score that is given to you, it depends, or it decides where you can go to eat, what movies you can go to, what schools you can go to, if you want to do a new job. Like, it controls everything about your life depending on how perfect you are in the government's eyes.
Oh, that's freaking
all through
Orwellian.
online and all that. And with that, we have websites. It's impossible to use a website without cookies. Them using your cookies, they follow you. You can see how that could evolve into now they follow everything you do online. They follow what you say. You could go on Facebook and say, oh, what are my most used words on Facebook? And they'll tell you because they follow everything you write. So, and in
That's
China, they have all their own websites. They own all of it.
Well, that's Orwellian. And kind of strange, and possibly comical if you sit down and think about it for a few seconds.
Well, I got a question. There are people that are writing in. They want to know. Facial recognition is being used in New York City right now, and they're trapping all sorts of felonies.
They do it in
felons.
airports, too.
They're doing it at airports. They're doing it at Grand Central. They're doing it anywhere with public, and they've caught a lot of people doing bad things. Do you think that's an infringement of your rights?
Well, and that brings up where is that line between I want to be safe and I want to be private? You want them to catch the bad guy, but you can't say, well, you can monitor everyone else except for me because obviously I'm not the one doing anything wrong when Teddy
Yeah.
doesn't know I'm not the bad guy in this situation.
Or what draws the line between being a bad guy? What if, someone catches you at a speed camera, the speed camera picks up your face, they pick you up at an airport, you still need that ticket, you speeded, or you sped, English.
But if you don't pay parking tickets and
Yeah.
they catch you, are you a bad guy?
That brings up the same point.
As opposed to
Yeah, you might be kind of a schmuck, but you're not a bad guy.
Well, I mean, personal assets aside, if you're going to define your rights as to being the penalty, so parking tickets or jaywalking, you got a ticket for jaywalking. You guys even know what jaywalking is?
I
Yes.
know it is.
So does that make you a bad guy?
No.
As opposed to hit and run and you left the scene and they got your picture and they want you to come in because you killed 14 people. I mean, which is the line?
There isn't a line, and that's the issue with it, because you can't draw a line. You can't say, okay, well,
Because, the law is malleable. That's the thing that we have to keep in mind. The way the law works in this country is that it doesn't necessarily always is applied the same way, but depending on the case, that's why we have, a judge and a jury deciding whether this guy deserves to be punished or not.
On top of that, the concept of community is malleable too. And too, depending on the place and its history and the type of people that live there, what could be considered a misdemeanor could be seen as a felony. You can't even really score people on that kind of record either.
Because, you compare two different issues. Like, I remember a friend of mine told me about this guy who sped in a school zone at 3 in the morning because he just came out of work and was tired. He got a ticket for that, went to court, and I think they just kind of let him go with a warning. Or the other thing that was all over social media lately, it was this 90-year-old guy who was speeding because he had his son who is 60. He was taking him to a cancer treatment.
But 3 a.m. in a school zone.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
Like
that-
both
that-
of them
that-
are kind of.
That's the lights aren't even in effect at that point. Well, who cares?
It's still. I think it's still depending on where you're at. It can be still doubled from the normal.
That's only if it's school. That's only during school hours, or at least.
But you know that you bring up a good point. If somebody is choking on a steak and you do the Heimlich maneuver on them, and it comes out and you save his life, you're a hero, right?
What happens if you break his rib when you do the Heimlich
What if you
maneuver?
break his rib and it punches his lung and it gets into his heart and he dies? You're no longer the hero. Now you're a criminal.
Well, that's the whole beginning. Not to bring up a movie, but The Incredibles. If you've ever seen that movie, the whole beginning of that is Mr. Incredible tries to save a guy from committing suicide. He jumps him into a building, and the guy sues him because he says, "I wanted to commit suicide. I didn't want to be saved."
In hindsight, he did give him a reason to live.
Money.
But
So in New York, people are told, keep your head down and mind your business. So if somebody needs your help, are they wrong for walking away from a situation?
Yes.
Well, then that becomes, what's your moral responsibility? And they taught, at least in my school, we took psychology and that, and they taught us that in school, how to respond to an event like that, where you don't assume somebody's going to step in and help that person. You have to be the person that says, I'm going to step in. All right, Freddie, you call 911. Teddy, do you know
Yeah.
how to do X, Y, Z? There becomes, at some point, a moral responsibility. I was driving home from work Friday, and a car had completely run off the road at this intersection into bushes next to a house, and several cars had stopped, pulled over, and gone to help that person. People had run out of their homes to go help that person. You have to look out for one another in the end, and if you are there and you feel, is this going to come back on me negatively, perhaps that's more commentary on,
So
a
do we-
negative commentary on our society.
So do we ask people to fill out a questionnaire before you help them? In other words, the guy can't breathe, but you want to know all about him before you help him. Are you going to sue me if I kill you?
And of course, you can't do that. Of course, you can't force people to answer questions before you
That's
help
right.
them.
So doesn't morals go out the window when there's a life or death and you got 15 seconds to make that decision?
of course, doctors and EMTs deal with that all the time. How many EMTs have gotten in trouble because they didn't have time to look up a patient's records if they have like a do not resuscitate? And
That's another good point. Do
they-
not resuscitate is a big one here in Florida.
yeah, and
I
a
never
lot of
even
people
knew
have
what the
them.
hell that meant. Do you know you can get in a lot of trouble for bringing somebody back when they have a do not resuscitate?
Especially if you have like a really, like you said, you have 15 seconds to find out if someone lives. You don't have the time as an EMT or as a doctor, if they're not admitted, if they're on the side of the road, to look up whether they have a do not resuscitate or not. And now all of a sudden you're the bad guy and you're being sued.
Can you
because-
really be
Yeah,
sued
you
for that?
you can be
Yes.
sued for malpractice if you resuscitate someone who has a do not resuscitate.
If somebody gets into a car accident and they're on the side of the road and you happen to be a medical professional and you go and help them, you can be sued if they had a do not resuscitate. You can't
Yes.
look that up
Yeah.
on your phone.
Yes.
Okay,
You
but then
for
it raises
sure-
a quick question:
you
if
can't
you
look it up
if
your
you are a
phone, you
medical
can't be
if
sued.
you are a medical practitioner and you do resuscitate someone who does resuscitate, can you remedy that by putting them back under?
No.
I don't think so.
That's a nice try, but no, you can't do that.
What? Technically, you didn't save him.
No, you cannot. You can't. Once you bring them back, you're not going to put them back under.
And if
can't
there's a
then
medical
murder them.
professional out there who like has an opinion on that, please call in because like
Well,
I
was-
don't know all the ins and out of that, but I do know people who have had to sue hospitals because admittedly their relative or whoever was in like they were an inpatient, they had it in their files, do not resuscitate. Hospital resuscitated them. They're like
What's the
Why?
phone number to call in?
565-1470. That's the one for later.
That's the one for the radio station.
888-994-4995. I
Again,
think about
Teddy
that
with the-
one.
Very good.
Again,
Yeah.
today with the win.
Very
I
good.
have too many phone numbers in my head. 888-994-4995. Call in if you have an opinion on this, if you know someone with the DNR, because I don't have all the information on it. I'm
Or
not
if
a
you
major.
are a medical professional, and also how
Yeah.
how do they? So then, if you know that's how society is, that has to be some sort of part of their training when they become a nurse, a doctor. How do you walk through that in schooling, where you take the Hippocratic oath to help anybody you see, and then you have to stop and think, well, am I going to go to jail for this?
Yeah, and now you have the cops who are wearing, like we were saying, the surveillance, the body cams. That happens. Cops can also resuscitate people. Many cops know how to do CPR. You have to. You have to do certain first aid. That happens. They CPR someone. I'm not 100% sure if law enforcement has access to your medical records. I legitimately don't know. What happens then? Because a cop may not have access to your records. They resuscitate you. They have a body cam showing that they resuscitated you. They have body cams showing everything they do now on car cams. How does that work?
I guess that goes back to the law being very inflexible depending on the case. You know, this is the case. Maybe he wasn't aware that this person doesn't want to be resuscitated. That's how they're
Yeah,
gonna
I
judge
think-
him, or
I think as like a bystander, it comes down to like, are you like gonna just stand and watch someone die, or like take
Yeah.
action, and like you're gonna feel bad like if you just watch them die, like so just take the risk and like help someone.
But that risk can get you in a lot of trouble. That risk can get you thrown in jail. As a bystander, I don't think so much, but as someone in the medical
Well,
field,
yeah.
that could get your license taken away, you thrown in jail.
Well, and it
Yeah.
is illegal
but
to perform
See-
specific medical help on somebody when you're not
Yeah.
a medical doctor.
But
So if
it's-
somebody's drowning and you're gonna perform
Well,
mouth
it's,
to mouth, it's illegal.
If you don't know how to.
I mean, isn't it that why those people got into health in the first time, like to help, to save people, to help people?
Yeah,
feel
but
like
if they're
that's
not
what-
around, how many pools have you been to where it says lifeguard not on duty? Someone drowns, who's going to be the person to save them? Who's going to be the
So
person
hold
to
on a second. You mean to tell me you would let somebody choke to death with seawater and not try to save them?
Would I know? Are you legally supposed to if you are not trained to? Yeah. Or you're supposed to call 911 for help and hope you get there in time, because if you do something wrong in your CPR, I don't know the exact ones that you are or aren't allowed to do. Do you know?
that's what because I don't know what the extent of
Yeah,
that is. Where
somewhat.
like there's that Sandra Bullock film where somebody's choking, so she does that thing where she puts the breathing tube in their throat. You're not allowed to do that. But
Yeah, you
like,
can't do that.
You can't do the Heimlich if you're just a civilian.
I don't know the extent of it, but I know you're right. There are certain ones that you have to be certified for, because you can seriously, with the Heimlich, like Freddie said, you can break someone's rib and puncture a lung, and it's very easy to do that with the Heimlich because of the pressure you have to put and because of where you have to put your hand. Even if you do it correctly, you can break a rib. If you do CPR and you're pushing on someone's chest, you can crack their sternum. Mouth to mouth, if you don't do it correctly, or you don't use, there's a device that you use for CPR now, because if that person or you has some type of disease that is transmitted, or virus transmitted orally, you can get a lot of trouble for that. If you are not trained for it, there are certain laws in place saying you should or shouldn't do it if you're not trained. And then it becomes a full moral game of, is it worth it?
Well, and that brings up, we should all morally know what to do as civilians.
Get
if you see
CPR
somebody help.
trained.
Get
Yeah.
CPR trained.
Wouldn't that solve so much?
Didn't they
Learn-
used to teach,
learn
I
a-
thought they used to teach that in health class?
That would actually be
Yeah,
fun for
some
Or is that
everybody
just me?
on the
Or is
show
that
to
just
go
me?
get CPR trained and
Freddie, we should go get CPR trained.
figure out how hard it actually is. Because everybody should be CPR trained in some respects, but also as a, I keep calling us civilians, but as a non-medical professional, knowing
Okay, we
that
have somebody in the house who's CPR trained. You
Oh,
CPR
hey.
trained? Oh, doing CPR trained.
So how difficult was it?
And she noticed she doesn't say 2 words. Hold on. I did ask.
That was 4 hours of training.
See, that's not bad at all. Get your CPR training. It's 4 hours. And now you know how to like do Heimlich and do CPR and stuff without hurting someone, right?
Shred Zone in the house. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with 2020 Vision. What's the number?
888-994-4995. Call us if you have opinions, comments, concerns, questions.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, welcome back to 2020 Vision. I for sure thought Kelsey was gonna do that, but I'm doing it. Hey guys, welcome back.
Maybe next time we should. Maybe next time we should just go back with what we wrote on the list.
We were looking at, what was that you were just showing me? A bear walks into a teen's kitchen. That sounds like the beginning of a joke. I'm waiting for the punchline.
Yeah.
Well, the punchline is salmon.
It says hungry bear catches teens off guard by walking into a.
I feel like
Turkey
that's just an
kitchen.
Alaska thing.
It's
Yeah.
in San Francisco allegedly.
Oh, San Francisco.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've been.
Supposedly he ate 2 tubs of ice cream
Oh, great.
and left a surprise in the living room.
Yogi Bear is
Was it a
alive
gri-
and well.
was it
I had a deer one time
Question,
walk
was it
into
a
the
grizzly
camp.
bear, panda bear, or a polar bear?
I don't know what they got in San
I had
Francisco.
a deer one time walk into the camper that I was in when I was
Only a
camping
few people
down
actually
at
have
River
got that
Ranch,
reference.
and it stole our margarita machine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we had like a margarita machine, and they had part of it where all the ice in the mix was, and it was non-alcoholic. Thank God. I'm sure the deer just got really hyper off the sugar. But yeah, it like walked up to our camper, and we're all staring at it because we're like, "There's a deer at our camper. Like you cannot move," and it just took the machine part and ran away, and we were like,
It knew what it was after.
What?
Margaritas.
"I wish I had
That's-
surveillance then."
I think the
That's
first
I
time we
want a
tried
home
them.
camera.
That's though. I work at the Jupiter Lighthouse, and we have a little section where there's a garden out front of our pioneer home, and we have a gardening club that comes and takes care of the vegetables and the plants. And so we have pineapples out front, and we have seen the raccoons there go out
I hate
and
raccoons.
but they'll feel the pineapple, and if it's not ripe enough for them, they
Oh,
will
so the
leave
pi-
it.
Oh,
and
so it's
come
one of those
back
Whole
the
Food.
next
Oh,
day.
so it's one of those organic. There's only those fancy organic eating raccoons.
I can't.
The ones that
There-
wear the scarves and the glasses and only listen to Animal Collective.
There was when I
They're
worked at my
smart.
coffee shop, I would like, you go out the back door to like take the trash out, and I open the back door and there's a raccoon right there like waiting for me, just sitting at the end of the
Waiting for you in
sidewalk.
particular, like
Yeah.
I had a sign that like Freddie, Teddy.
Ooh, I don't know if that's
You're
a
in
compliment or an
You're in
insult.
Freddie's spot there.
Yeah, it was just waiting for me. And it just sat there. It didn't run away. It was like 3 feet from me. I'm carrying like 2 bags of trash. I'm staring at it because I thought it was going to attack me. Just sat there waiting. Like it was calmly waiting for me to put the trash on so we could go through it. I was like, oh my God, like I'm about to die. And this raccoon was like, I'm about to feast. Yes.
Little raccoon with a watch in his wrist, like I'm waiting.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm dying. When you drive down or drive up, I guess, to Orlando, when you go on I-4, there's that big wilderness bridge, so the animals can cross over the busy highway without having to cross the busy highway. So it's a bridge up above everything just for animals. It's covered with plants and everything. You can see like deer walking across it with busy cars.
Did you guys see the video of the bat that was like on the plane full of people? There was like a bat flying around like mid-flight of
That's
like a
adorable.
full commercial.
And also just the plot
Airline.
of Hotel Transylvania 3.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that movie? It's a great kids movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But also for people in their 20s, because I've seen it too.
It's a great movie. We stand out. But yeah,
I have my excuse. So do they.
or they have birds flying around in the public malls.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
go to Town Center Mall over here, they just have birds flying around, and then you're like, what? Bird? You think people saw aliens? You really do. People are like, what? And you're like,
I feel like that's so fun
Hi.
until one of the birds just hits a glass door or a glass window.
oh no, that's so sad. Wasn't that the
That
whole
would be
commercial?
the scary thing for me to just see that and then all the fun to be gone. 'Cause
There was like a Windex commercial where they would just clean the window, a bird would fly into
I've
it. And, like
seen
that
that.
was the commercial. I was like, oh my god.
It's that clean. But I always, whenever I see like a bird in a building or stuff like that, because I'm binging
Animal
The
lover.
Walking Dead, I keep thinking about like, but listen,
Not the way I thought it was
but
going.
listen, no.
I
In the
really-
apocalyptic setting, how wildlife and vegetation and everything will start to reclaim what was theirs. How, you see that bird in the building, but then
Well, have you
What
seen
if it
those
weren't
deers
there?
that have like a zombie disease? I don't know what they're actually calling
I
it.
think it's called Lyme disease, but
They're deers. I don't know if it is Lyme. I legitimately don't know. Like it could be, but there are deers that people have videotaped walking around with like an. I'm really sorry. It's gross. Looking not alive anymore. I will say as
Well-
least gross as I can. You see them and you're like, wow, that's a zombie
It's-
deer.
It's in a bunch of species. Like the big one that popped out was the one with the colorful snail. You haven't seen that? The
No.
zombie snail?
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. I do. Yes.
There is that one, and I know like it all popped up a few years ago with ants. and I
Yeah,
wanna
the
say
zombie
frogs.
ants.
that's kind of built around but it's mostly built around a certain specific strain of
It's
The
a fungi,
fungi.
yeah.
But now it's getting up there because the bigger animals are eating the smaller animals who have eaten the fungi. Guess what? We eat animals. If you do. If not, I don't know. you eat plants, you
Well,
eat
it's a good-
something.
It's also on the plans.
But yeah.
It's a good thing I
Also,
played The Last of Us.
Yeah. It's
by the
kind of
way,
what
if you
makes
have
me
any
think
comments or
about-
concerns, because this is
Terrifying.
a strange conversation that we did not think that we were going to get into, but hi, zombies. Call in 888-994-4995. We're at Game of Axes right now. The address
the best-
is
The best
12550.
location to train for any game in zombie
Boy,
apocalypse.
let me get the address out. It
It's
is
a most realistic.
12550 South
For sure.
Military Trail. Come join us. Call us in. Okay, go.
If you know of a zombie, if
If you're friends with a zombie, Warm Bodies, hit me up. The movie, not just anyone.
Did you guys get to throw axes?
Well,
Yeah.
Dylan did.
I did.
You
I do
did?
every day.
Did you? Teddy is actually really good at. She was trying to talk Dylan
I work here.
through
Work here.
throwing the axe. Though you're really good
Thank
at
you.
not only teaching but throwing axes.
I work here. I hope so.
Yeah, but
I'm
how did you
training
end
you.
up working here?
Through the Brooklyn Cafe. We did our first location here, and it was super fun, and I was obsessed, and I was like, please give me a job, and they're like, no, we're full. And then, like, a week later, I came in to throw axes because it was really fun. I was like, please give me a job, and they're like, no, I'm full. We're full. Like, we don't have anyone. And then after, like, 2 months of me coming in almost every Sunday, I think they were just like, fine, take it. We're like, whatever. Be persistent.
There
that's
you
how
go.
you
It's
have to get a job in this
persistence,
climate.
As persistence getting a job and what you're all doing. And some of you guys have been with us for a while, and some of you are new, and we throw you right in. But it's the persistence of doing and growing, and everything that you guys do is amazing.
Always bug people until they flat out, like, just keep bugging them. Because honestly, I've gotten so many jobs without just being like, please, I really want this job. Like, calling in somewhere, being like, can I please have an interview? Can I please have an interview? I really want to hear. And, like, they'll notice how much you want the job. Or they'll
Well,
block
what's it
your
like
number.
to get a job at your age? What's it like to get a job? How is it in the workforce?
It's harder than you expect.
Why?
Well, personally, I go to school, so I'm like home for the summer and then like in Florida for the school year. So like people don't want to hire you for like a little bit of time. So over the summer, it was hard for me to get a job because I was only there for a couple months, and because you're always like moving at this age, and there's like people want stability and not just like people who are gonna come and go.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
Oh, I don't know. I do not.
That's an odd
wanna be a
question to ask at
mermaid.
the
Hector, what do you
moment.
want to do when you grow up?
Well, I kind of want to have my own show, but that's not going to happen.
You want your own show? About what?
I don't know. I practice animation. Kind of want to make cartoons.
Why
Kinda my
won't it
thing.
happen?
If done my homework.
Believe in yourself, Hector.
Yeah, well, I have a hard time doing that most days. Well, I've done the research, and apparently apparently the process is kind of, I don't want to say brutal, but it is kind of brutal. But there's a lot. The competition's most of the time fierce, and it really does kind of boil down to a right mix of what is the thing you're offering the thing that's popular at the moment, or could be popular. Plus, does the person that you're talking to actually kind of like you in any way, shape, or form?
Well, you can always do like Twitch streaming. Like, you have no idea how many Twitch streams I've seen. That I'm just like, wow, I do not care. I have no idea what this person's saying. I do not care. But like, they're an interesting person. So I'm just like, I'm going to keep watching this. I've learned so much about sports. There's one guy who Twitch streams sports. And I'm like, I love sports. But like, I don't know anything about like baseball. I'm sorry. Baseball's so boring to me. But I know
It
so
kind of
much
is.
about it now.
Yeah, I'm a Dominican man. Even I kind of find it boring.
But that's
What
the
about
great thing
social
about
media? How
Well-
many of you are all working in social media as a business, as a job, right? And you don't even have to go into a location.
I
I've seen
am,
her
yeah.
do
And
that.
that's the great thing
Yeah.
about this business, social media, film and television. And for you, Hector, it's that you can kind of make your own way. It's hard to get into the industry. It's really hard to start. I feel like more so than other jobs. But what's great about this is that if you have the skill set like you do, you can make a path for yourself. You can figure out what it is you want to do and pursue, animating, getting clients, creating content, and throwing it up on any of the social media platforms. And then you have an audience that's millions of people. It's a really, really interesting and fun industry to be a part of for that reason, I feel.
Yeah, I just got into it because you were telling me, because you work in social media. And I recently applied and got a job working at another place. I have 3 jobs.
Congrats.
Don't ask
Yeah,
me
but
to do
it's the
anything
kind-
else.
Yeah, but it's the kind of thing you
Me
want to
too,
do.
I got you.
Yeah, Kelsey and I are just dying. But Kelsey was telling me so much about social media, and I was like, dang, that sounds awesome. And I got a job doing it for another company, and I was like, and I do it for the Brooklyn Cafe. And like, it's really awesome, and it is really cool to be able to like build your own stuff. You know how you want the page to look, or you know how you want this to be presented, and for you to do it all, and for me to be able to do it anywhere is really awesome. And it's an extension of you because now that's your whole portfolio. All of their social media pages are now your portfolio.
Hector said, is it something that you want to do?
Yeah, I want to keep doing what I do at the cafe. I want to be a producer. I love it here. I have 3 jobs, and I refuse to leave the cafe because
Yeah.
I love doing it.
We refuse to let you go.
Yeah, I'm trapped. I'm kidnapped. But no, I love doing producing, and I love doing this, and I love doing the social media. And I don't know about you guys, but this is what I want to do.
Yeah, but if it was up to you and money was an object, would you be producing your own stuff?
What do you mean producing my own stuff? Like producing with me as like
not
here?
You. Not
No.
not necessarily you, but not you. Someone you know, someone you don't know. Someone
Yeah,
you
I would
don't
love
know.
to keep producing shows. Like I said, exactly what we do here for Freddie and Dawn. Like I would love to keep doing this and keep producing and produce other shows. I help out the radio station at nights because I like producing those shows. That's like legitimately like money didn't exist, money wasn't an issue. That was still what I want to do. I like working behind the scenes and producing stuff. Which is
How-
why you never see me on 2020 until I'm forced on here. I like behind the scenes.
But you're so good in front of the camera too.
Yeah, my sunburn really comes out on the webcam.
That means you're living your life. You go out in that sun, girl. What is it that you want to do?
Me, I'm still like finding the path, but personally want to work with professional soccer teams on their video making. I did some game production before, so that will be something I will be interested in doing, or
Oh,
getting
cool. What
into
part?
marketing or social media.
Oh, cool. What part of the game production were you involved in?
We televised some basketball games. Well, actually, we televised all the basketball games for my university, and we did some televised football games, streamed volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. So, like, every aspect of it we did. We did some working with athletics and marketing side, too, so a little bit of everything.
That's what's great about this industry too, is that if you like producing or you like social media, you can do that in any aspect.
everyone needs
if you
it.
also have a passion for sports, there you go. Your career is in the 2 things that you love. It's a really great
Yeah.
industry to be a part of.
There's a show for everything. There is a
There's a
social
market
media
for
company for everything. Every single small niche, I promise. I've seen so many of the small niche ones where I'm like, really? Like, you make a living talking about that? But, like, they do. There are people who make livings talking about one single comic, like, not one comic line, like, one single comic, like, volume, whatever, and they analyze it. They get so much money doing that. Every niche you have, you can find something for it. Or you'll find a community of people who do it, and you work
Or
off
you can
of
create
that.
it.
You know what? I saw people who get clothing and products as being influencers. It's
Yeah.
crazy. How do you get into that? I want some stuff.
We have Mascara Mafia, Mia. She's starting to get stuff like that. I follow her on Instagram. And you get big enough where you get a big following, and companies just want you to promote them. And then they send you stuff for free. There's different programs you could do. I could go do a program online called Influencer, where they just send you products and you just have to write reviews on them. Or, you know, if you have a big social media following, people will email you and be like, hey, if you do a video for us and, you know, we'll give you a huge discount on this, or we'll just send you these free products. Give us a review.
What do you think?
I want that.
Social media has a huge influence. I know I follow like a lot of girls my age who have a lot of followers, and if they like post like a cute outfit or something, like I'm gonna be influenced to buy that because I enjoy like looking at fashion and jewelry and makeup. So, and like most of that comes from like looking on social media. So I think it's like a huge market for brands to like. be
Are they
like-
teaching that in school now?
Yeah.
Is that part of your coursework, is social media and marketing?
Yep.
They have
It's a
classes like that, yeah.
Do they
It's
really?
not a core class, but you can. I've taken the class. Like
Yeah.
it's a class. It's electives that you can take, and they'll send you places too. Like how we're going, Brooklyn Cafe. We're going on a cruise, Alaska and Mexico. Don and Freddie will tell you more about that. But like
We're
just
gonna
like how
fill you in.
they're doing that, they'll send you places. Like a makeup company will be like, hey, we want you to go to this retreat that we're sponsoring. We'll send you to Cancun, and we'll give you a whole bunch of free products, and you just have to put up on your Snapchat and Instagram stories that you're here and that we sent you here, and that's it. And everything else is free.
There was, I was talking with a woman yesterday whose daughter is an influencer, and she I don't know, I don't remember her name, so I can't say, but she was saying that her daughter's on the lower end of influencers, so she only has 5,000 followers, but she was at a grand influencer event party that she hosted at the Wyndham Grand, where you can connect with different influencers and pick up on these tips of the trade and stuff. So if you are interested in being an influencer, they have events.
How amazing is
Purely
that
for
you can
influencers.
become an influencer on products that you like and make a living on Pilates clothes or makeup. Craziness.
I don't know. I mean,
Animator glasses. Anything you want to do.
Follow the Brooklyn Cafe TV on Instagram so that we can become influencers and we get free stuff. That'd be fun.
I don't really know if I should be even saying this right now, but yeah, good
Freddie's
point.
word of safety. Then don't.
Well, you could be getting your glasses broke. You could find a company that wants you to rep their glasses. Put your image on social media. You're on the Brooklyn Cafe
Yeah,
show.
As much as I'd like to talk nice things about other people, it's kind of a different thing to be a walking billboard for them.
No, but you don't always have to. I do. I have in my past been a representative for different clothing lines. And, I did in college, and it was really fun. They were like T-shirt companies, and one of them is to help the planet. They do like water bottle, glass water bottles. And you don't have to do it. All you do, they send you a product, or you get a big discount on a product. You buy it, and then you post like one Instagram photo, and you can say like, I didn't like, most companies, you can say, oh, I didn't like this about it, because it helps them grow. I didn't like how this did this. I didn't like how this did this, but I did like how it did this. Because they want real reviews. Like, most of these companies legitimately want to be a great company. And they want to say, like, dang, look at all these people saying we did all these great things because we fixed what everyone said was bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you. Like, you decide. You can tell them, well, I'm not going to give you a good review if I don't like your product. I'm going to
Yeah.
be honest only if I like it, or I can give it to you, and if you don't like my review, then we don't do anything.
Well, we are, the cafe is an influencer for Amazon.
Yes, we are Amazon influencers. We have to do that.
We are, and we haven't opened that box. But anyway, we are an influencer, and we do the technology stuff.
Yeah.
The lights that you're seeing that we're using as opposed to the LEDs that we're using before. These have a dual feed and everything else. But it isn't so much always about what you like. Sometimes you stay away from things that you find don't work. We are constantly changing what we do. We have the bell ringer. We
Yes.
have all sorts of contraptions that help make the view look better. Heck, there's animation, so maybe it's something that you do that you want to influence people to go in that direction to buy the kind of equipment, the kind of services that make a difference. That's what a positive influence. I don't want you to be a billboard. I want you to be an honest billboard. And that's the difference between doing something you like and doing something you don't like.
Well, that's the difference I feel between something like those online review services that are made for restaurants, because I feel certain ones, you only go on, you only review where you are, what you do, if it's negative. And that's why those ones I don't want to like name names of it, but a lot of them I don't go on, because you're not going to leave a review like, yeah, that was pretty good dinner. Like, I had fun, whatever. You're not going to leave a review saying that. You're going to leave a review saying, well, the wait took so long, and the manager, and this, and then they're not going to have all those millions of positive reviews being like, I had a great dinner. The sky didn't fall, and I didn't get $1 million, but like, I had a great dinner, and it was good food. They're going to get all the really mean ones because someone did get extra sauce with their pasta.
Well, and I grew up in a customer service family. Everybody in my family works customer service. We make a point of, at the very least, if the manager is there saying, I want you to know this tonight was wonderful. The service
Yeah.
was great. This server is wonderful.
And it
because
makes
they
the
always
server's
get the
day.
negative responses from
Yeah.
Do
folks.
you ever ask the server's name when you go to a restaurant?
I didn't before I worked in food service.
And you see the difference now with the
Yeah.
service that you get?
Yeah.
Would you send a dish back if you didn't like it?
Yeah.
Really?
If
Have
I
you ever
didn't
done
like
that?
it, if I ordered it and I don't like it, but I wouldn't send it back saying like, it depends how you do it. My father would send it back saying, this is disgusting, I don't want to eat it. I would send it back saying like, I'm really sorry, I ordered this and I don't like it. Is there a way I can exchange it for something? I'll pay the price difference.
So
There's
you
a
do it
certain way you
nicely.
do it. Yeah. My
And you do send
father
it back.
will do, you only gave me 3 shrimp in this thing that I asked for extra shrimp and they're puny, send it back and take it off my bill.
Really?
Yes, my
He's old
father will
school.
do that.
Hector, would you send back a dish?
Honestly, I've never sent back a dish, and it's only because if I taste it and it's not bad, I'll probably eat it anyway.
I know people who won't send back dishes if they order like a pasta and they accidentally get a salad. They'll just eat the salad. They won't send it back.
I have never in my life sent back a dish.
Really?
Why?
Well, if the food's good. Well, if it's a food, well, if the food's
has to
good,
be-
even if
No,
it
but
isn't
you're
what
not
you
getting
want,
what
it's
you're
still
paying
not-
for.
It's still good. You still got something.
Yeah, but it's really my responsibility to order something that I'm gonna eat.
No, but like, what if you order something they bring you the wrong dish?
I eat it.
But
You're
you're
then
not.
that becomes that, and I tell my boyfriend this all the time because he's the same way. He's like, "Well, it's here. I don't want to send it back. I don't want to cause a
I don't
stink."
want
And
to
it's like, "But
waste
you are the customer. This is something you paid for, and you didn't get what you asked for. So at the very least, you can respectfully say, "I'm sorry, this isn't what I ordered," and then that lets the server or management know, this isn't a drastic thing. Nobody's angry, but there was a little misstep in the service today, and then they can fix that for the next customer.
That's the big thing is respectfully, because there's that line between the customer's always right of like, hey, I'm sorry, this isn't what I ordered. I didn't order this. And I asked for 15 cubes of ice in my ice, and you only gave me 14. I pay you. I'm paying here. I'm the customer. What I say is right. You have to give me this for free. Like, that is two very different lines.
Do you know?
Mostly because nobody counts ice cubes, but sure.
I beg to differ. I
be
worked at
surprised.
at a coffee shop, and I promise you, people come and be like, I want 5 ice cubes
Yeah,
in
because
there.
they're coffee ice cubes.
Well, if they ask
No,
for
we don't
five-
use coffee ice cubes. We just
Regular
use regular ice cubes. Yeah, they're like, I
Listen,
want 5 ice cubes.
I ordered a steak one time, and I'm not going to name the steakhouse, and they brought me the wrong steak. It wasn't even a steak what they brought me, but I ate it anyway. And then who I was with, because I embarrass easily. I mean, I know that I'm on the internet. I don't want to go down that embarrassment. So they go and they tell him, listen, he didn't order that. Now, I left nothing but a bone, right? There's nothing in there. The manager comes over. He says, I want to thank you for not embarrassing the waiter. I said, why? He says, because it was his first day on the job.
I've also had waiters. I had someone who it was her first day on the job. She was with a training waiter, and the guy who was training her, they took our order and they went. An hour passed, and our food didn't come, and we were literally the only people in the restaurant. I asked her, I was like, hey, like, is our food coming? And she's like, oh, he took your order. And I asked him, and he's like, no, she took your order. And I was like, there is a line between I'm embarrassing you and like, this is an issue.
Somebody
An hour?
needs to.
I wouldn't wait an hour. I would say something there.
No,
but do you know the
I was trying to be
manager
nice.
gave me the bill on the house? And I said, no, you don't have to do that.
Well,
No,
it's awfully nice of the manager.
the manager gave me the food on the house.
But the
Was it a
point
good
of that,
steak?
I'm hearing,
Delicious.
is that the manager
So it seems like a
heard
win.
that a little something went wrong. He was really appreciative that you were kind, but what if he didn't know? And then the
Yeah.
server that's on his first day is continuing to make mistakes like that because nobody stepped in and said, I get it's your first day. It's okay to make mistakes, but this, was a little wrong and we can do better next time.
But you have to be kind when you say it. Don't
Why?
freak out.
Well, okay, this is my point. Why do you have to be kind? It's his job.
It's his job, but at the same time, and again, like I've worked in food service, I've worked almost every line except for in the kitchen in food service. And it's really hard sometimes. Sometimes you just throw the wrong plate down, and it's so much easier when someone says like, hey, I'm really sorry, this isn't what I ordered, because then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, let me fix it. And it's so much easier of a fix rather than they go through the whole meal, then you have to get the manager involved. And in that case, it was their first day, and that's really awesome.
Yeah, but
I've
should you
had
be
it-
the one saying something, or if you're with somebody? I got mad at the person I was with because it really wasn't her story to tell.
No, I'll be the person to say it. And I've been the waitress where I gave someone the wrong meal, and then
So you
someone
would
told
say
me.
if it's somebody else, if you're with your boyfriend and it was his
Yeah.
wrong meal, you would speak up for him,
Yeah,
even if they didn't ask you to.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, well, I guess at some point it depends on who's paying for
yeah, I'm
it.
just, who's paying for that
If
meal?
I'm paying, I'm gonna be like, no, you're getting what you paid for. Like, you're not paying $20 for a pasta and getting a $3 salad. Like, that's not okay. But if he's paying and he doesn't want to do it,
You
that's
wouldn't
fine.
say
Or if we
anything?
split it and he pays for his own meal, like, and you don't want to say anything, that's your business, that's your money, that's your life. But if I'm paying for it, yeah, I'm making sure I'm getting my money's worth.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Well, and it is about learning to speak up. If you're so shy or timid or so overly respectful that something like a completely wrong meal you're just gonna ignore. It's okay to say, I'm really sorry. I know you're busy. This isn't what I ordered.
So it's
Can we
okay to
switch it up?"
complain if you don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's
Complain
okay
or-
to complain.
Have
As
you
long
ever
as you
sent
do it
anything back?
respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only if it's wrong. I will only
But
send
you've done
something
it.
back if it's like completely wrong, or like if I need like extra whatever.
I think it also depends on who you were raised by and where you were raised, though. Because again, like my dad will send things back if he doesn't think the bacon is crispy enough. Like my dad is very outspoken. I was raised by him, and like I was raised by my mother, who again, if she doesn't think something is right, she'll say it very respectfully. Unlike my dad, she'll be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I asked for this way. It's not this way. You know, do you mind just redoing it?" And most of the time, 99% of the time, people are like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry." Whereas my friend who was raised in Ohio, where they're very, very sweet, she's kind of like you. She'll never send anything back. She will always just take it and eat it. And I'm like, "No, Maddie, like, that's not what you wanted. Like, you don't like that." And she's like, "No, it's fine."
I had the other day. Okay, so here's something.
Yeah. I mostly just don't send it back because I was raised by adventurous eaters. Who knows? Maybe the thing who knows? Maybe the thing you sent you might be better than you ordered.
Well, that's true too. That's a nice way to spin it.
Yeah, but who wants to be forced to eat something that you don't know what it is?
I
What
don't
if
know
you
if
have an
anybody's
allergy?
forced. Well,
Well-
that's the thing. I don't eat meat, and I was at a restaurant. Well, I eat fish, but I don't eat other types of meat. I was at a restaurant maybe a month ago, where I had ordered a seafood dish, and they gave me that same dish but chicken instead of seafood. And I don't eat meat, and I
Well,
had
that
taken
can-
a couple bites and said, "I'm sorry, this is wrong."
Yeah.
So
Or what
I'm
if
gonna
you?
send
Well, in
it
that
back.
circumstance, you do tell them to go back because it clashes with your diet.
But what if you don't know? What if you ordered, a Caesar salad or something? They give you one of the salads with the peanut sauce on it, and you don't know. You're just like, "Oh, this isn't the salad I ordered. It's fine. It's a salad. You're allergic to peanuts." Well, it's something that waiters, and again, I've worked as a waitress. Like, it is something that you need to know, and it's not worth you getting screamed at over. No, please don't scream at your service staff or yell at them. I know it's serious sometimes, but don't do that because that doesn't help and just freaks people out. But it is something that you need to know. You need to be like, "Oh my gosh, I really have to look at stuff." When I worked at the coffee shop, I got yelled at a few times because I accidentally gave people who wanted decaf caffeinated coffee, and that can be really dangerous with someone with a heart condition. And it took me a few times of people being like, "Is this decaf?" and me saying, "I don't know, let me remake it for you," because I'm so, you want to get things like that right. And you have to be told, in my opinion, you have to be told to get it right.
It's really nice, and I never thought about this with allergies until my diet was affected and I stopped eating certain meats, where I'll ask, "Is there cheese in this? Is there meat in this?" And it's really nice when the first question out of the waiter is this an allergy?
Yeah.
Is this a diet or an allergy? They want to know they're going to get it right for you.
Some restaurants, if you tell them, they'll even change their gloves. The restaurant that I worked at, we had an entirely different section for people who were gluten-free, like entirely different cutting boards, entirely different, you change your gloves, entirely different utensils, because we had people come in who had celiac disease who were very seriously allergic to gluten. Some of our food had gluten in it. So if you said, "I'm gluten-free because of allergies," because of diet, we would do it too, but especially because of allergies, everything had to be cleaned and sterilized because God forbid you had it and you got sick. Or even diet-wise, if you don't eat meat for a really long time, if it was red meat that they had given you instead of chicken, you could have gotten sick because your body's not used to digesting it.
That's what my mom starts looking at me and her face goes pale. She's like, "Are you going to be okay?" I think I'm good. And that's okay. So how would you guys handle this in the service industry? Because when we, respectfully and politely told him that this was not right, he said, "I'm sorry. I'm going to take the chicken off your bill." And then he came back and brought me the right meal and then charged me for the right meal, which was a higher price. Now, to me, and again, I come from a customer service family, if something were messed up like that, where it had impacted somebody's diet and it's not something they eat,
I would take it
you
off the
take it
bill.
off the bill? Because he had phrased it in a way where he's like, "I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to take the chicken
Yeah.
off your bill," and then he gave me the more expensive option on the bill.
I would take it off the bill, but I also know that there are managers out there who do not allow you to do that. Like, I have worked for food service managers who are just like, "No, they paid for it. They're going to eat it. They ordered it. Like, take the wrong one off, put the right one on." Like, you don't get a choice. But before we continue this, we are going to go to a commercial break. We're going to go to Freddie and Dawn for the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Listen to us on 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. And Colin, we're really excited for 2020. And catch us next week on Tuesday at 2020, where we can continue the conversation. And write in if you guys have any conversations you want us to talk about. We'll see you then.
Roku in the house. Let us share your business on Roku. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events on the Roku TV streaming service. Your message will be heard on our channel, the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Let your friends and family know so they can watch too and help spread your word. Contact us today at 866-224-5422 for more information. Roku for you on the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Then register at healthiestweightfm.com. The small steps that you take to living healthy. This message is sponsored by Pounds Prevention Association of Fitness Radio Station.
What have I told you that getting omega-3 fatty acids daily just got easier? Amanda Williams here from Invite Health to tell you about the Invite Health Program. Provides your body with essential oils and amino acids. Ready to learn? Join me at Invite Health. EPA, DHA, omega-3 fatty acids from Invite's program are sustainable and 100% traceable from the sea to the capsule. Invite Health's krill oil is supplied in a vegetarian tapioca capsule, shown in clinical trials to enhance absorption. These easy-to-swallow capsules are extremely clean and won't leave you with that fishy aftertaste. Take advantage of this special offer from Invite Health. Buy one bottle of Invite's krill oil at suggested retail risk-free and get the second bottle free. Call now for free shipping. Contact Invite Health at 800-463-7575. Call 800-463-7575. You can also visit an Invite Health location or go to invitehealth.com. Invite Health, the luxury brand of vitamins.
What you want to know. What you need to know.
Talk 1470 WNN.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Nick. I'm with Hey Mr. DJ Courtesy Limo. I service all of South Florida. Hey, how you doing? My name is Nick. I'm with Hey Mr. DJ. For DJ and limo service. When you book the DJ service through us, you get the Courtesy Limo for the entire day. My office number is 561-507-4376. Mention Yelp or Google, you get 15% additional savings. You can look me up on Yelp or Google under Hey Mr. DJ.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners and American Express Travel Representative has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. And you see what I have in my hand, you know where I'm at.
What you got?
I got the Game of Axes in my hand. I gotta tell you, this is like a big paperweight.
I got your big cowbell.
I know. This is an amazing place. I wanna say welcome to all our friends all over the country. Thank you for sharing it out. At Roku, we pass over 10,000 homes. You people need doctors. I'm not going to tell you.
You know, the amazing thing to me, I was talking to Oshri this morning, one of the co-owners of Game of Axes, and said the amazing thing about Roku is people actually go in and they download us to find us. It's not even that they're just scrolling through Facebook and they find us. They actually go in and they find us and they download us.
It's the only way they're going to know
That's
we're
the
there.
craziest thing of it all.
Brooklyn Cafe on Roku, Fire Stick, and on Apple TV.
10,000 homes.
Now, we are in a home of fun.
Where are we?
We are at Game of Axes, our military. This Game of Axes is only 4 minutes from my house.
Yeah, you
4
left early
minutes.
this morning.
I did. I said, I'm already here.
I said, I got to go to the studio. I got to do some things. He says, I'm heading up. 5 minutes later, he says, I'm here. It was 9:26, I think it was.
It was
and there was
early.
nobody here.
I was not. I made some phone calls. We got some new interns in the house. We got 2020 Vision was on set today, speaking about a lot of controversial stuff.
So they did a great job. We've got Emma joining us, David, some new crew. We've got Teddy and our Alex. We've got a lot of new people here. Our regulars are new. Teddy's now working at Game of Axes. You know, you guys really, you work hard. It's the persistence, the perseverance. Do what you got to do because media is not an easy business. And you guys just keep pushing. Manuel and Ryan put 2 new spots together because we are going cruising.
Where are we going?
We are going to Mexico in March 7th of 2020. You can join the Brooklyn Cafe TV on Celebrity, going to the Caribbean and Mexico. And if you want to go to Alaska, come join us on August 2nd of 2020 to go to Alaska. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you put in your refundable $500 deposit, and did I say refundable? $500
Refundable.
deposit by August 30th. So join us in Alaska. You can save $900 on a cabin of 2, and you can save $400 on a cabin of 2 to go to the Caribbean. So a lot of money-saving opportunities, and yes, the deposit is
Refundable.
Hashtag refundable. All you
How
have
do
to
you do that?
Do what?
Refundable.
All you have to do is call Paul, 561-232-2626. Book your reservation today and come hang out with us as we go cruising.
And as we hear that you're signing up, like Jody says she's going, and Michelle says she's going, we're going to put your name out there. I was talking to people. It's amazing some of the comments that come out.
People want to know what we do. I don't know. I have no idea what we do.
We
But
have no idea.
hang on and you'll find out what
Now,
we do.
I'm going to tell you, today is bucket list time.
Yes? Why?
Yes, because today something has occurred.
I'm afraid to ask.
5 years I tried to get this company to come on the set. And baby,
You.
I'm going to put her on the set because the bottom line is Saltwater Brewery is on the set today.
Yes.
Okay, and Joey said to me, Saltwater Brewery is coming to me. I said, so who? So what?
That's what you tried to tell me.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
But that's not exactly what you told me.
It doesn't matter what I told you.
He
It matters
told
what
me,
it is.
He told me Salt was coming, and Salt is not Saltwater Brewery.
I never said that.
Yeah, you said, you remember that company?
No.
One of those salt places, those salt
Yes,
rooms?
Saltwater Brewery.
Yeah, missed the water brewery part of it.
Well, that's because it's been 5 years that I've been after Saltwater Brewery. We've been there a couple of times, a
is
couple
true.
of meetings.
We were there early.
And we finally have them in the house. It took Game of Access to get her to come. You realize that?
But we're here. We're here with Brittany.
Had to be a
from
dangerous
Saltwater Brewery.
situation for it to happen.
She brought some taste testing for you, Freddie.
Yes, and what's going to happen is we're going to staple her up to one of those boards.
I don't think
And we're
so.
going to make sure we're going to see how close. No, Joey's here. He says he could get real close, right? Apple on top of the head.
Refundable, he says.
Refundable.
But we do. We have Brittany here from Saltwater Brewery.
Brewery.
And
No, we
how
have
do you
not
even
drunk.
say that? We haven't even had a drink
Yeah,
yet.
now I had a drink.
Joey is joining us. Game of Axes, a spectacular place. And of course, we've got Eddie from Shred Zone.
And
Kind
he's
of like-
taking out the blood.
That is the mead.
The blood
So,
mead.
Brittany, have you ever had mead?
I have, actually.
You were so shocked yet when I said I liked it. Why?
It's just a strong honey-based wine,
It's an
so
acquired
it's
taste?
very, yes, it's
And
strong.
what I've learned, though, from being here at Game of Axes is you don't want this, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is that?
Is that
I slip into Teddy over here.
you can't drink a lot of mead because as good as it tastes, it's like drinking Kool-Aid, and it's just honey. It tastes delicious.
But what is
so you have
a
to
lot?
drink responsibly. As Hector says, day drink responsibly.
4 gallons is a lot. 3 gallons is less.
I don't know, but we've got saltwater beer. You're at Game of Axes. We've got mead. What's going on here, Joey, at Game of Axes? You've got a big event coming tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow night we have our Glow and Throw event. Our Glow and Throw event is a black light party, so 80s music pumping, lights off, black lights on, everything's illuminated with UV paint. We have the event every third Wednesday of the month. Freddie, you
How's that for you,
okay?
Freddie?
Chase it with some saltwater beer. It's better.
Do a chaser of tequila.
I didn't
or something.
expect that. Wow.
That or wheatgrass.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Wow, that's special.
We digress. Back to the glow in the dark event tomorrow night.
Woo! I'm going to tell you, that's pretty good. Go ahead, Joy, continue. Glow in the
Very
dark, you were
delicious,
saying?
very delicious. So we have the event every third Wednesday of the month, and it's a charity event. This month we're doing for breast cancer. Last month we did Muhammad Ali's wife came in. How do you pronounce her name?
Kalila, Dr. Kalila.
Any way she wants.
Khalila.
And she'll punch
Yeah.
me in the head if I don't.
Hopefully
Dr.
she's not watching
Khalila.
this right now because
She is.
I'll get a right hook
No, she's watching.
to the head
So
as well.
tomorrow's to benefit breast cancer.
Tomorrow's benefit
Can people
breast
still
cancer.
come or are you sold out?
We actually have 11 tickets left for sale.
Really?
And this morning we sold 4, so that's 7, right? 7 left. Mm-hmm.
What do you do if, I guess you have to stop them at the door if they come and then...
So we'll definitely have walk-ins tomorrow. So that's why we always encourage our guests to purchase tickets in advance.
Yeah.
How much are the tickets?
They're $40, which include 2 drinks. And like I said, proceeds of the benefit go to benefit different charitable event every month.
And if you take a look, I don't think we have the glow and throw on our spot. We've got the regular axe
No, I
throwing
think
spot.
we do have the... Don't we have the
But
bonus?
it looked like a lot of fun. Teddy, you and Dylan.
We have it? On the encoder, okay.
Dylan, Teddy, Dylan, and we had, and Lisa was here.
And Lisa.
You guys were filming last time.
Yeah.
How was it? It was amazing. So amazing that Teddy decided to get a job here. Excuse me, Dylan? Teddy broke her camera
Teddy,
that
you
night.
broke your camera? That's what happens when you're in the dark. You got to have a light on it.
But it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. Have you thrown axes yet, Brittany?
I just threw my first one today.
I saw her.
How'd it go?
She did really well.
I wouldn't say really well. I
You hit
stuck
the
like
ring.
2, yeah.
You hit the ring. Well, some
Practice,
people here were
practice.
hitting each other. Trust me, that's pretty good.
I might come tomorrow, so.
Eddie,
I'll
have you
more
ever
practice
thrown?
Tomorrow.
No, I haven't. No, I'm looking forward to it today.
You haven't thrown an axe?
No, I have
You've been
not.
standing here for close to an hour. You didn't throw an axe.
I was entertained with 2020, so I was not
He was
focusing
entertained with
on-
2020.
I'm not
And we had a
looking at
meeting
throwing
this
axe.
morning, and
Sure.
Lonnie came in, and we were talking to her. She does yoga, Pilates for pre- and postnatal women. And I said, how'd you find us? She goes, oh, I've been here before. So, right? It's good for everybody.
This is like a giant meeting place. Because I saw also that Steve was doing something. He posted something as well about something that's happening over here as well. So a lot of our friends, a lot of our followers, a lot of fans have come up and say that they're having a ball. And it's funny because we talked about removing the myth of things bouncing off and hitting people, and that doesn't happen here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Weighed out pieces and everything else, and everybody comes back and they have fun.
22 ounce, all hickory handled axes. Definitely an expense for us to be purchasing new axes all the time because they break and they crack. But
If
there's
I
not.
can do it, anyone can do it. Isn't that a movie?
And those bad boys are sharp.
Hey, Joe, you listening?
Not sharp to the touch.
This one is.
It's pointy.
It's pointing. It's not sharp. Oh, ow. Ouch. Ow.
It's not sharp.
Sorry. Careful. It's like a mousetrap. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not sharp. It's quite safe because it's got the hickory handle. It does not bounce. It is not rubber. Everyone is safe to be throwing axes.
Now you have leagues, I heard, that have formulated. So you have people that actually groups of like 2 or 3 for leagues.
So the leagues that we have are individual throwers. League nights on Monday nights. The league that we have going right now is going to be over in 2 weeks. The next league starts September 16th, so it's 9/16. Every league runs for 8 weeks, and it's every 8 weeks. There's no break in between. So season 3 will be on 9/16, and we actually have League A and League B. So League A is from the hours of 6 to 8, and League B is from the hours of 8 to 11. It's $120. It's $15 per week, and what that includes is 2 free throw hours on a Sunday from 12 to 2, and both glow and throw events for the 2 months, because it's 8 weeks, for the 2 months free tickets.
You have to have regulars coming here all the time.
Absolutely.
It's become, I think it's
It's a
addictive,
family.
right?
Yeah.
It's a family. It's an addictive because you just want to keep going and throwing. Eddie, you're going to love it.
Looking forward to it. Like I said, I was looking at the target, so I know I'm not going to hit the target, but still looking forward to it.
Hector.
Hey, if
He
I can
hit
do
the-
it, you can do it.
Did you hit the
That's
target?
what everybody
Did.
said, but no, I don't.
Hector made like a bullseye, didn't he? He just went whoop.
His axe went down the street. We had to go pick it up at.
Man, animators got some
We
power
couldn't
behind
get it
floor
out
it.
of the
over here.
board. He threw it so. Him and Steve threw it so hard we couldn't get it out.
It was like
It's
nothing
tremendous.
for Hector. Teddy, how's it going for you? It's going better?
Just going.
I saw Joey. He was taking it behind his back. We were just flipping it right into the bullseye.
The amazing thing about Game of Axes is how the whole story came to be. You just had this great visionary idea and you did it.
You don't remember that? That was the day you did the commercial.
Yep.
You know, that was interesting aspect when you did that commercial. You looked like you were having a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that the. You know what? I'm not going to say that.
You're so
I'm,
glad that the cameras are
the
rolling
camera
at that
broke?
blow and throw. Yeah, I know.
No,
We're-
but,
No, you did. You and your wife are having a ball.
We started early.
Yeah.
Is pretty much where I'm going with this. So by the time we did our interview, I morphed into the other Joey,
Is that what happens?
Frank the
He
Tank.
morphs into the other joint. I also found out that day you changed. She told me you changed the Wi-Fi code, and nobody knows it. Did you know that?
He doesn't know it either, I guess.
Do
I
that.
bet you don't. That's what she
I'm-
told me.
In the relationship I have, I'm very yabba dabba doo kind of guy, you know. And my wife does everything else, you know, hands down to her. I wouldn't even know how to change
Well,
it.
she wrote to me and she told me if you find out what the Wi-Fi code is from Joey, let her
Oh,
know because she doesn't know it either.
Not
So there
true.
you have it. That's what she
But you're
said.
opening another location, I heard, out in La Grande in Boca Raton.
That's right.
Which is going to be fantastic. Near a whole La La Playland area, a whole family area.
Yep.
And that's going to Architect soon, so you'll be in there pretty quickly.
2 months. 2 months should have the doors open. 3
And that's
months.
in
Palm
West
Beach,
Boca.
right?
Waiting right for season.
Yep.
That's going to be a
We'll
smash
have a
hit.
grand opening for that.
Yes, we will.
Can you imagine doing grad night at an axe throwing bar?
That'd be awesome.
Prom night at an axe throwing bar. Isn't that a movie too?
And we also
Prom
allow.
night?
I mean,
Axe
the minimum
throwing?
age is 11, so it could even be. Some
How
sort
can you
of
have
school.
11-year-olds throwing axes?
So if you notice the throwing lanes that we have, the black line is actually the fault line for where you throw from.
Right.
And we can actually take kids as young as 8 years to throw, but we just kind of want to make that universal 11 years old to
Same
participate.
weight axe? Same axe?
Same axe
They
they're
have the
using.
power to do it?
It's only a pound and a half, pound and a quarter. Between the difference of those two axes, 22 ounces and 24 ounces, it's not that much difference.
That's all this is 24 ounces?
That's correct.
You see, obviously, Dawn has not seen the Little League World Series going on ABC
You've been
right
talking
now.
about this for days.
Yes, and have you seen these 11 and 12-year-olds? My goodness, they're taller than me.
Well, Kai is how old? 7?
Yeah, he's
So-
7. He's actually gonna start baseball
throwing?
today.
Is he?
Yep, he started
Oh,
baseball today. But talking about when you would mention the 8-year-olds, I was considering probably bringing him here so he can try that as well. He'll love it.
Is he going to pitch?
He wants to pitch, and he keeps saying pitching, and he wants to play catcher as well.
Wow. Athlete.
Got to get him athletic young.
But Dawn also, she took 2 hands to get it onto that target when you
But I did it.
But you got it. 2 hands. But kids nowadays are strong. Physically,
yeah.
they're tall, they're stronger. I look at the kids I used to coach, and the kids nowadays, my goodness, it's like night and day.
They've grown bigger and stronger. Dylan, have you done it? Talk about bigger and stronger?
Dylan you need one of those permission slips for him. And I have to be standing supervising him right next to us so he doesn't hurt
No,
himself.
but it's all good. Tomorrow night is Glow and Throw. There are still 7 tickets available. It's $40, and it's so much fun. It is safe. Bring your friends, bring your partners, even girls' night. I know you do women events, Oshri was saying.
Yep. So we're going to be doing a ladies' night on Thursday nights from now on, and we're just kind of wrapping up the details on that. So that's going to be coming up, and then other events that we do, it's just kind of spur of the moment. We have the mobile axe throwing trailer, as you know. We're going to be working alongside with Saltwater on an event that they're having once a month. The second Thursday of the month.
Yeah, we're going to try and do the second Thursday of each month. So hopefully starting in September, we can get that
It's
going.
going to be a hit.
What are
I
you gonna do?
guarantee it's going to be a hit.
Well, he's going to bring the mobile trailer to the brewery, and then we're going to set something up and maybe bring the axe throwing to the parking lot.
It's going to be at night or during the day?
Probably nighttime.
Second
You're right.
Thursday of the month. I think we need to show up. We need to go.
I think we should.
Saltwater
I think it'd be a whole lot
Brewery.
of
I
fun.
know our Thursday night show. I know Jen G will join
Well,
me.
take it with us.
Take him with us.
Yeah.
My drinking buddy will always join me on a
So
Thursday
we're
night.
back to the brewery.
Back to the brewery.
The one that's avoided me for almost
When
6
Freddie-
years.
I would never avoid you.
Now, how long have you been working there?
I've been employed with Saltwater just almost 5.5 years now.
Like I said, were you the manager 5.5 years ago?
I was not.
You were not.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
But do you remember when we were at BZT,
Yeah.
we'd have Connecticut call the
I
Saltwater
remember.
Brewery, and you were looking for a beer tip of the day. And we would call the brewery from the radio station live and ask them for their brew of the day, what's the best beer of the day, all of that.
Yeah, I went with Connecticut, and we talked, I think, to the owner, and it was just coming out. It was just starting, so they were sort of feeling their way. And but it's a great place. I mean, we went to meetings and everything there before.
8 a.m. creative mornings. It
That
took
wasn't
4
too
of us
cool.
to remember why we were there at
There was
8 a.m. That's
300
kind of
people
scary.
in there. It was packed. It wasn't a parking lot. You had to park a mile away.
I mean, the beer that we're enjoying right now is absolutely delicious.
What are you
have
enjoying,
passion
I don't
pit.
know. I got 3 beers here. Which one am I enjoying?
You have to
Which is
open
the
I
one
have the
I'm
Open all
passion pit
three.
ones. Delicious.
Are you drinking the pit?
Yep.
Is it
That's
good?
a passion fruit pale ale. Yes.
Passion.
Gonna open it?
You can't on air.
All right,
You
we're
gotta
not. We're
sing.
going to go to commercial break, and we're not going to open it on air. When we
There's
come
no
back,
beer drinking
more
going
with
on there.
Saltwater Brewery, more with Shred Zone, and we are live from Game of Axes in Boynton Beach, right on Military Trail, north of Lake Ida. So come on out, have some fun with us. Stay tuned. Our number is 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561 405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carbon Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrell Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrelllawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrell Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We're back.
We need more.
Cowbell.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV live at Game of Axes in Boynton Beach. Joey, what is the address here?
The address is 12550 South Military Trail, suite number 6 in Boynton Beach.
What's the major crossroad that's just north of us?
It's Woolbright.
It's south of Woolbright, then.
Just south of Woolbright, between Lake Ida and Woolbright, on the east side of the street on Military Trail. You got to come check this place out. And the safety is incredible because you do lock the doors. You can't just walk in off the streets. They need to check you. You cannot be drunk and throwing axes. My son is 24 and he's in law school, so to him everything is a tort. He goes, Mom, you're throwing axes. Yes, he goes, Mom, I can't believe you're throwing axes. I have a whole new life here at the cafe. My
He
family.
said tort or toast?
Tort.
Tort, yes. Listen, everybody's writing in here saying they've been here. They've been here.
Everyone's
They've
been here.
Everybody's been here. So for you guys who have not been here,
come on out.
Come on down and check it out. I'm going to start my own league.
Let's do it.
I'm going to call it Latino Crusaders.
So everyone's allowed a nickname in league.
Are we?
Yes.
Really? Like I could give
What's
everybody
your
a
nickname, Joey?
Well, I was Joey M.
What are you, a mobster?
Great nickname.
Yeah, good name, right?
Joey
So
M.
brilliant.
Jerry M.
Joey M. That's like a mobster name. What are you, in the mob?
There's a guy named Sandwich. That's a good
Sandwich,
name.
okay.
Sandwich.
Teddy says you got to talk into your mic.
Okay. There's a guy named Sandwich. It was just funny. You can have that name if you wanted to join the league. And what was it? The Latin Crusader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
Eddie
like
can
that.
bring Band-Aid out.
Right?
So we're good on
Band-Aid,
that.
yes.
Band-Aid
Band-Aid.
can come. He would
Yeah.
probably be great at it.
Yeah, he would love it.
Is Band-Aid a real name?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's his. It's not a real name, but that's his nickname.
He was dropped on his
He's
head
like
when
the
he was
rubber
doing
band
it.
man. So
Yeah.
I think he would probably be
Yeah.
really. Can you imagine these people that are so good at capoeira? I bet they would be great at axe throwing. Right?
What's capoeira?
Oh.
Capoeira is a Brazilian martial arts which kind of converts dance, music, and martial arts into it, and a lot of acrobatics as well.
Fight dancing, like the flip sideway thing, and
Everything.
All of that, yes. Bruce Lee did it in his
Everything.
movie, remember? That was so far in that's when it
I
first
was
came
born
out.
in '85, Freddie.
Really?
You're born in '85. Man, are
Mo-
we old,
that
Freddie?
movie
I
was in the
graduated high
70s.
school that year.
Anyway, how you doing? Listen, what nickname would you give yourself?
That means I'm old
Yeah.
enough to be his mother.
All right, take it easy, Mom.
Oh my God.
What name would you give yourself?
I don't know. Everybody called me Shreddy Eddie, so.
Shreddy Eddie, that's good.
Shreddy Eddie.
Love it.
Fred Zones, they call me Shreddy Eddie.
Shreddy Eddie.
That's what they call a lot of people.
That's good.
That's his pretty good.
Have you
got
been in
Joey-
contact again with the Flamingo House?
Yes, I did. I
How's that
contacted
going?
them. Yeah, it went great. They actually, they say all their clients are coming back in September, and it looks like we might be going there and training them in September. So I'm not sure.
At their desk, right?
Correct.
Are you going to stand them all up at the desk?
I'm going
and
to
order
get them right at that desk, stand up, let's go.
Wow,
So a whole fitness program.
Hey, 15, 30 minutes, and we're going to do a workout right there in,
While
in
they're
their
working.
office.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
It is.
And you do yoga at Saltwater on Sundays, or you used to
We do.
anyway.
Yeah, third Sunday of each month we do with we work with Movement Yoga.
Are you the yoga leader?
Does it look like I'm a yoga leader?
She's the brewmaster.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
sit there and
brewmaster.
watch them do yoga while I drink beer.
You're the brewmaster?
No.
You know, that's 0 for 2 now.
Say yes.
I won't take credit for their
I'm 0
for their
2.
deliciousness.
Okay, so what do you do at Saltwater
Saltwater?
Brewery? Yes.
I am the manager of Saltwater Brewery, so I just make sure the bar staff is running, the beer is flowing, and events are going.
And do you still rent the place out for, like if people want meetings and things like that?
Absolutely. Yep. You can send me an email, and I can set you up, and we can work something out with food trucks and beer and
Yeah, there is
reserve
food trucks,
tables.
Do
Absolutely.
you normally have food trucks on the weekends? I went there a couple times, and you did.
Yeah, we try to have a food truck every day. Monday, 7 days a week. On the weekends, on Saturdays we have two food trucks. So one for lunch, one for dinner.
And how often do you brew? I feel like the witches. I need like a cauldron. I can just go like this. Look, my wand is universal.
Just drink your drink.
Yeah. No, they brew. They're busy back there Monday through Friday. They're back there brewing.
What flavors
canning.
do we have here? And no, we are not drinking because everything is closed in a can because we're on
Except for
air.
This one opened up when it fell on the floor.
We've got
This is passion fruit.
That's the Passion Pit. It's a passion fruit pale ale. The one you're holding is the Locale. It's a very light, easy drinking, 3.7%. And that
this
one is
one?
our most popular beer. It's
Screamin'
our
Reels?
Screamin' Reels IPA.
What's IPA?
Indian Pale Ale. So it's going to be very hoppy, very bitter, 7%.
Very happy and very bitter?
Hoppy.
Hoppy.
Oh, happy. I thought you said
You'll
happy
be
and bitter.
happy.
How the hell you read the
You'll be
put it on?
happy and bitter when you finish all of these.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm feeling happy right now with no bitterness. This is the go-to.
you
Yes,
guys
that is
located?
definitely our number one.
Where are you guys located?
We are in Delray Beach, just off Atlantic Avenue, just west of 95, or the Big Red Barn.
You can't miss it. It's right by the train,
Yes.
right? So every time
Exactly.
the train goes by, you gotta take a shot.
Take a shot. Oh, okay.
Take a shot of.
Beer.
All of it.
Hey.
Every one of them.
And it's you have a big location also. How do you work with Joey? How is brewery and Gimvax is working together?
So, so it's crazy as far as before we opened up this bar, to be in a position in the community to have events and actually give back, right? I mean, what an amazing thing to do. And it just so happened going into this place, I had no idea about craft brews or IPAs. I drank Corona in the summertime, and in the wintertime, I like a darker lager like Yingling. And sales reps came, and I tried different brews, and got linked up with Saltwater. And every month now, as far as the Glow and Throw event, they show up, and having conversations with them, their vision for their brand is exactly like us. They have events, they work with charities, they give back to the environmental agencies, and they do tons of stuff for ocean cleanup. And I mean, as far as being in the same place as far as the heart and giving back, love working with these guys.
You know, it's really amazing because when I first met Joey and his wife, they came on set.
Was that the best?
Remember that? And they wouldn't say, and they would look at each other before they talked to make sure that they were on the same page.
Well, no, Joey would look at Oshri and make sure it was okay for him to say what he had to say. And when she gave him the head nod, he could say it. If she didn't,
wouldn't
next,
say it.
nothing, Nate.
But you know something? It's amazing because I think when we were at Crazy Uncle Mike's or something, I think that was when
They
Joey,
brought the
he
trailer.
opened up. And he is such, I mean, you're very good for your trade, for your business, because you are such an outgoing person. You know, you have that personality. And this is such a different type of activity. This is not bowling. This is not playing cards.
This is axe throwing.
I mean, this is actually throwing axes, which is a whole different kettle of fish if you want to try something. So, you know, you should be applauded for your trade. Now you're expanding, right? You're going to open up when season comes. You're surrounded by everybody. Mama Ali loved the fact what you did for her. She was talking about it for a week afterwards. She showed up 3 times at different set. She loved it. She says, unbelievable atmosphere. And it's just been such a great ride from what I'm seeing. You guys are getting bigger and bigger every day.
I appreciate that, Freddie.
It's so much fun. It was such a vision. Because I was talking to Oshri this morning, and she said, I said, how did you end up here? She said, Joey had a vision. And he's just visionary and had this idea. Who would think that you would get out of the business that you were in, right? You were in a traditional trading business.
Freight brokerage.
And I say, let's open an axe throwing bar.
We woke up one day, so let's throw axes.
And who comes up with that ideas like that? And 2020 vision, the kids were talking about doing what they love to do, marketing, social media, that you can actually make money doing what you love to do. It's a concept, right? It's Eddie, you as well.
Exactly. The thing is, you're going to have a desire in your heart, something saying that you enjoy doing, and pretty much anything you love to do, you can actually make money from it. You just have to have you have to have vision it and visualize it and believe in yourself as well. You know, so when 2020 was talking about that earlier, is you have social media. People are making money from social media by just doing what they enjoy to do. You know, whether it is modeling clothes or whatever it is, they're actually getting paid by some of these influencers to actually do those things. So it's like, find your passion, find what you love. Me, fitness was my passion, my love. I did it in the military by training soldiers. When I came back, I still was like, okay, I got to figure something out. And I did it, and my wife was into it as well, into fitness industry. And we just went off. Ultimately, we were going to go the easy way out, but we decided to do it the way we love to do it and the way we feel like we should do it. And that's how Shred Zone came about. But the whole thing is, find your desire, find what you're passionate about to do, and you always can make money from it.
And I know you and Joey met, I think, on our set in the studio.
Yes.
And he was saying, can you really help me get shredded? And you went, yeah. So have you been working together?
No, but we're going to talk about it. But
there you go. Now
speaking of that, it's funny. You're looking at, right now we're at a bar, okay? Would you believe a fitness instructor would be in a bar, drinking a beer or having a drink and so on? Yes, the thing I told Joe earlier, I mentioned, is I don't believe in dieting. I believe in a lifestyle change. You can still enjoy what you love, eat what you love, but you have to make sure in moderation and enjoy it, okay? Because the thing is, if you avoid certain things, you're going to deprive the lifestyle of fitness or a healthier lifestyle. You're going to be like, no, I don't want to do that because I can't do this, okay? So for us at Shred Zone, we avoid that whole concept. You don't need to deter from all those situations. You still can enjoy a beer, you still can enjoy certain things, but just enjoy it in moderation. As you're working out and doing fitness, you're going to notice, okay, I'm not drinking as much beer as I used to because of this or whatever, but you're still enjoying what you enjoy. You're still doing the stuff that you still love.
And you're going to burn it off. When you're doing
Throwing
this,
axes?
No, if Joey works out, it depends. You know, just getting to work, if you're building equipment, if you're carrying equipment out, you were telling me you were working on the new site and that your time was going to be restricted. So even that, you're going to sweat. And you go home and you smell a little funky. It's because it wasn't you were sitting throwing axes. You were actually doing something. But I wanted to bring up, one of the things that I really enjoy about doing remotes is that I like to see the packaging of businesses. Game of Axes, the package. You know, it's like an M&M candy. You're never going to forget that package, ever. You know, Saltwater Brewery, you're not going to forget that package. When we went up to your place, I was so impressed with the way you use every inch of your corner. You have everything. You got punching bags in there. You got medicine balls. You got so much going on in that corner that I got exhausted just watching. Seriously.
Well, we looked over and there was Hector with this big ball, right? We looked over
Yep.
at the end of the day, and Hector, I don't know what that ball weighed, but for him it was no big deal. He's over his head, he's swinging it around. Did you have fun, Hector? He says, yep.
But the funny thing is that the packaging, you know, it really establishes your personality. You know, it's like being in this place. This is a place unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. But your place, when I went up there, I was shocked because you have so much going on. And I love that. I mean, you've seen the cafe. Every inch of our cafe has either a camera, a speaker, or a chair. You notice that, right? So we have a lot in common. But it's that delivery where people can come, and you can still spread out here. You can drink, you can sit, you can have chit-chat. You go and you throw your axes. It's all about the packaging for me when I first do these things. But your place is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there's got to be a way to put this together, right? Between Throwing Axes and Shred Zone and Saltwater Brewery and the mead. We need a mead for the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
You need a mead.
We need a Brooklyn Cafe mead.
Don't look at me. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know.
There are local
Manuel
breweries.
has a meat company
You
in
know
Colombia.
what? When a mead company calls us tomorrow, you'll know why. 888-565-1470 if you have a mead company. It's kind of a little bit of vegan. It's
Well,
honey.
Maybe you should talk to your friends at Saltwater Brewery.
Ah.
Maybe they have an access to. Do you drink mead?
We cannot make mead.
Why?
So we're just strictly like we can't make cider. It's like a whole different.
It's a different license?
kind of brewing.
Yeah.
Really? Can I make mead at home? Can I do it at home?
That's
My
called
tub?
moonshine.
Hey, you can. Yeah.
And my moonshine. Really? No, this is honey and wine.
It's totally different. No, I think it's fermented honey.
Fermented honey.
Yeah,
It's fermented
So,
honey
so if I let honey sit for like 10 years, this is what it tastes
Plastic
like?
in a plastic bag.
Really? In my backyard?
It's like
In the
kombucha.
backyard.
Do you remember Liz Sant used to bring
Don't
that
bring that up.
baby,
Yes, not the kombucha stuff.
that slimy baby thing she used to bring? Maybe if you ferment it with honey, that's what it'll taste like.
That thing, nothing's going to help it.
What's
No,
that called? I forgot that.
It's nasty. Okay, so let me ask you. This is just honey fermented? That's it?
Yep.
And it turns to this?
Yep.
Do you put like fruits and
So
stuff
some
in
of them, yep. Some of the flavors that we have are ginger, and some of them have hops. For example, the one that we're enjoying right now is an apple wine with hops.
I taste the apple, so they put apple in it.
Yep, and some of them have grape.
In Puerto Rico, they have something called cañita, which is your moonshine deal. And they put, my uncle makes 15 different brands. He had grapes, he had different, and that's what this tastes like.
The amazing thing to me is how you can drink this fermented honey and throw axes, and have a beer and throw axes.
It makes you
People who
focus.
are listening think, how are you have a bar connected to axe throwing?
Yep.
How do you do that
Well,
safely?
It's actually the other way around. So the axe throwing is the bar is an accessory to the axe throwing.
That's actually what I told somebody today.
So people come in and they throw and they have a drink while they're throwing. It's
Hey
an-
Joe, have you ever thrown an axe?
Joe who?
Joe on the radio.
Hey, Joey! He's not going to know you're talking to him. Joey, you there, Joe? Joe, don't ignore me, Joe.
Cream-colored jeans and a black sweater top.
Oh, that's the Jody spot. You got jeans and a black top. If you call in and tell us what Jody's wearing, you too will win a bag of coffee. Don't
I think-
forget, September 5th.
I think
is
we should
Teddy's
do
birthday.
a Beasley Media Night axe throwing here.
Why? You're going to have Joe throw an axe at Jody?
Joe, Ken, Blake,
Yeah, good luck with that.
Jody.
Good luck with that crew. AJ, good luck with
AJ,
that crew.
all of
And
them.
you can't leave any names out because then I hear about it when I go down there.
Mr. Bobby. Who else am I missing?
Hey, Jody, I hope the television is working because we fixed it last night. Joe, is the television working?
Picture is
It sure is.
There you go.
Your son is a genius,
Now
is
you
all
can
I
see
can
me pick my
say.
nose. What happened?
The picture's
Yes,
working.
the sound is down because I didn't want Bobby screaming at me.
Let's go to commercial break. 888-565-1470. More with Game of Axes, Shred Zone, Saltwater Brewery, and our crew of the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We are live on location at Game of Axes on Military Trail in Boynton Beach, just south of Woolbright. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
What's with all the excitement? Join us at Game of Axes, Boynton Beach. The game is simple and learning to throw is fun and easy. For more information, search our website, gameofaxes.com, or call us at 561-617-0120. With the help of our talented axe masters, you will be hitting bullseyes in no time. Game of Axes is located at 12550 South Military Trail. Let's get throwing.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
We have way too much
And
fun.
we
while
just found out that Mom is on the set today. Dawn is Joey's mom.
How scary would that be?
I'm
How old are
dying.
we?
Mom? What are you, a fossil?
You graduated high school in 76?
Yeah.
No, you could not have.
Yes,
You're
and I
not that much
graduated
older
college
than
in
me.
82.
How old were you when you graduated high
I
school?
went to college, I was 16. 15,
You and my mother.
No, I didn't go with your mother.
She,
but I wish I had
she
known.
skipped a few grades. She graduated
Don't
when she
side
was
spin
12.
this. The hottest news of the day is that Dawn has found out. She's Joey's mom.
No, you're gonna have this on
Mom?
radio.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Mom.
Hey,
Mom?
There you go.
Mom. Scary.
And they don't know when Dawn was born. Do you know she doesn't have a birth certificate? It was lost in a fire of 1812. Whatever. So they don't know. So you know how they base how old Dawn is? How many years they've been married plus one. It is the funniest conversation.
Plus one or
ever.
minus one?
Something like
Is this the truth? Is this true?
It's
Pretty
the
much.
truth. So that you call her mom, why not? Nobody knows.
It's
if
more
she can.
pieces to the puzzle.
This is, and your wife is writing in. She's saying, "What?"
And our new interns are thinking, really, I'm going to work for these crazy people? Yeah. Really, we do work.
And it's funny because it is Teddy's. We got Alex's birthday is next Tuesday, so we're gonna have to do something there. I think we're on remote next Tuesday.
No, actually, we're not.
Well, we're not. But and then September 5th is Teddy's birthday, and Teddy embarrassed me for my birthday. So we have been running for a month. If you call in and you tell us your name, September 5th is Teddy's birthday, we give you a bag of
She thought it was safe in March when she planned both our
Yeah,
birthdays.
but it's coming.
September, she
and
said,
Teddy,
was a
I'm
long
gonna tell
way
you right
away.
now, do not take off September 5th because I got some dancers coming for you.
We're bringing Mom and Dad in. We're bringing Ellen in.
Everybody's coming. Tell your mother we're gonna have the taco runoff. We're gonna do the axes. We're gonna do the whole night.
Oh, we should come here,
I'm still trying to look for the outfit for the dance, so give me some time to find the right outfit.
I have about 4 G-strings you can wear.
Stop, you behave. You're cut off. You were done.
He asked. Yes, we should do it. We should celebrate September 5th here.
We should, because Teddy works here also, because Teddy has 3 jobs.
That's
The
right.
beautiful thing about working with the Brooklyn Cafe TV is we don't pay them. So they still need their night jobs to get their gigs. And our crew works for us. They're incredible interns. When you see them around in their shirts, they just work so hard, and they get us up on air. They do great
Stop it, because
commercials.
they're gonna get an Uber
I think
driver.
Brian and Manuel did some great new spots for cruise planners for Cruise Optics for the cruise to Alaska and the cruise to Mexico.
Did you download it?
Has anyone ever been to Alaska? No. Have you ever
No,
been?
I have not.
Alaska is the best. They got these big bears.
I don't know.
Beers.
It's cold.
Not
Beers?
bears.
Oh, bears.
It's
I thought you
cold.
said beers. I was
The
like, well,
bears.
sign me up.
There's certain words Freddie's not allowed to say.
Well, we give beer to the bears. But we're going to go to Alaska. We're supposed to. I don't know. Ask him. He's right behind.
If you give Paul a
Have you seen a
call.
live bear? while
Live
you were in
bear. You
Alaska?
ever seen live bears eat
No.
salmon in Alaska?
You've seen that?
Oh, absolutely.
More than National
Like
Geographic?
out in the wilderness, nothing between you and this bear.
There was about 400
okay.
yards between me and this.
You were on a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I watched the bear chomping down, and he's like waving at me and chomping down on this fish.
Don't you wonder what Joe thinks when he listens to your stories?
I don't know, Mom. Tell me. What is the thing?
You're funny.
Uh-huh.
But join us on a
Oh,
cruise
look
to
at that
Alaska.
conversation, baby. I love it. Now I know what to do.
It's actually on September 2nd of 2020. On March 7th of 2020, we're going to the Caribbean with Paul. Both are on Celebrity Cruise Lines.
Yes.
If you book with a refundable deposit by August 30th, you can save $900 per cabin to go to Alaska, $400 per cabin to go to the Caribbean, and that sails on March 7th. I
Where
think
does
it's
it
during
go?
someone's spring break. The Caribbean cruise goes to Mexico, it goes to Key West, and it goes to one of the other islands. And the Alaska cruise leaves
Cayman
from
Islands.
and the Alaska cruise leaves from Vancouver and heads over to Alaska.
That's
and
right.
there's the beautiful spots. You guys rocked it, is all I can say.
Very nice
We have a
job.
spectacular crew. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Manuel. Nice job. So give
Thank
Paul
you,
a
new
call.
girl, Syracuse.
And Emma, 565-1470 for more information. Give us a call at the radio station.
It was, where's Jupiter?
Kelsey,
Yeah.
she went up to run the
Well, you
2:30
You got to
production.
thank her in as well.
We're going to thank everybody also. And at Saltwater Brewery, you think you can work with Eddie and doing an event on Shred Zone?
Yeah, so we used to host a 5K once a month. And so, it got really hot summertime, so we kind of took a break on
It's a
that.
little hot.
It's a little hot to run a 5K. So yeah, maybe we can, set something up
What
and
time does
start that back up
Saltwater
again.
Brewery open?
On Saturdays and Sundays, we open at 11.
Okay.
But during the week, we open at noon.
At noon. Okay, so it's like a noon gig. I would love to come down and finally do a show there.
They open at noon.
But they go open at 10, and this is not open right now.
Yeah, we can work something out.
We know the manager.
Ah, it only took 6 years. Patience is a
6 years.
virtue.
And she doesn't have a business card, so we're going to have to send smoke signals to find her.
We have to get her a Moby Pop
A Moby Pop, yes.
I
Oh,
think
that's
if you have a
another-
bottle of mead, she'll be right there.
and a bottle of mead. The interesting thing is, Joey says, because we're at Game of Axes, there are 6 kinds of mead that you serve, and they do a mead flight.
Yep.
And then you need to call, hey, Mr. DJ Courtesy
Wait
Limo
a
to
minute,
go
wait a minute.
home.
You got 6 meads in here now?
Oh, yeah.
We only had, I think, 1 when we first did the
We
show.
had
We have all different flavors.
Viking's Blood, and then this one is, I don't know what this is called.
I can't pronounce it really. I already have a lisp.
Ribe.
Ribe Jmood.
That was
Ribe
good.
Mu-
That was a good
Mijoux?
attempt. Yeah.
Wow, that was good.
Eddie?
Your face distorted, but it was pretty good.
What did it do?
Yeah.
Like our commercial, Freddie.
Like I tell you, Freddie's equally offensive to
That was a
everybody.
great commercial, Joey. Hilarious. Okay,
There's
so
4 other kinds. And the delivery might be coming while we are on air.
who are delivering?
On air. The mead delivery.
It is not.
That's what he just said.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Okay, now, if people want to book parties, let's start with Saltwater Brewery. How do they get in touch with you so people can use your facilities?
You can call the brewery directly. I'm there Monday through Friday. Or you can send me an email, manager@saltwaterbrewery.com. And
I like
can
that email.
set you up.
That's pretty simple to
It's
remember.
very simple. We like to keep it easy.
It's expendable.
Manager@saltwaterbrewery.com. Ask for Brittany. You can also find information at Game of Axes. Yours is hello@gameofaxes.com.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Joey and I are
I
Facebook
was gonna hear
official.
me go.
Mom and son is all I
It
can
says
tell you.
hello?
Hello.
Game of Access?
Yes.
And he gets that email?
Yes.
Holy cow.
What if it's goodbye at Game of Axes? Like as you're leaving,
Should be an
feedback.
admin, and out of the 2 who would get that one,
Oshri?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
You know me all too well, Mom.
And Shred, you know something, I'm going to be laughing all day long. And Shred Zone, how do people get in touch with you?
You can email us at info@shredzonefitness.com, or you can give us a call at 331-2059.
And if people wanted to go see you, they have to make an appointment? Is it by appointment only?
Correct. If they want to see me, they can schedule an appointment. They can go to shredzoneonline.com, and there they can pretty much schedule a one-on-one consultation call. So that way we can discuss exactly what your journey is, what you're trying to accomplish, and figure out a game plan for you. And all that is free, and whether you use us or not, but you still have a game plan and everything set up and get ready to go.
I love the idea that you can train people at work to do a workout.
Definitely. I can train you anywhere. Literally, I can train you anywhere. I can just show up, just me, myself, with no equipment, and we can pull a workout together within 15, 30 minutes. The whole idea is to get you sweating, get you moving, get you going. And the whole thing is with the when we get a one-on-one, I actually know exactly what your goals are, what your injuries, and so on, and we can implement and work out around all those situations.
Now-
So everybody can definitely get a fitness workout. And I'm not all in just fitness. I'm into health. My wife is a health coach. I'm a nutrition specialist. And she's a physical therapist. So if you have injuries as well, we do have all those capabilities to help you, to get you on the right track and change. It's a lifestyle. It's not just, hey, come here, work out, and you're done. No.
And you're all vegan, even your son.
Yes, we're vegetarian, vegan, and my son does the same thing. He
Well,
follows us. And
I
he
need to
does that.
talk to you because we have a new segment called Just a Little Vegan, so we
Mhm.
need to include you in this as well. But real quick, let me say real quick, I promised the football team that won on Sunday.
AMP2 Chargers.
Yeah, so my son and I had a bet.
I was
so,
wondering why your glasses were on.
Wednesday, tomorrow, at Riverside Stanley Memorial Chapel in Atlantic, there is a planned workshop that he wants people to come from 6 to 9 o'clock. That's at Stanley Memorial Chapel on Atlantic. It's sponsored by Northwestern Mutual, good friends of the show as well. And they're talking long-term care, estate planning, and financial planning. He just
You going to get your
reminded me-
paperwork in order?
Take it easy. Yes.
Mom, Dad.
But it reminded me because you were nice enough to come out and talk to these kids when you were there, and you took some time out to do that, and I appreciate that. Like always, you know, you always have a family at the cafe, and I really appreciate you and your wife for everything you've done, including for these kids, including helping out the kids just by talking to them, getting their body too.
Stay in touch with your body.
You definitely. It's number one thing. If without your body, without yourself, taking care of yourself, who else are you gonna take care of?
And Shred Zone Online, you can also follow Christine. She does all these little blurbs on Instagram and Facebook about being healthy and living a healthy lifestyle. And it starts with your kids. And you can bring your kids out here to Game of Axes at age 11. You don't have an 11-year-old quite yet.
We don't have an 11-year-old what?
I could be
Son
11.
quite yet.
No, not yet.
I
Not
could
yet.
be 11.
Could be 11.
Yes.
Can I be your mom too?
You know the
That's
Girl
no.
Scouts come.
No, you would never be my mom. Did you see that 11-year-old? They call him the chicken in Little League, and he squashed down because
I
he
did
wanted
see
to
that the
change
other day.
the batter's box.
Mhm.
So did you see what Mr. from the Cleveland Indians, who's actually playing my Mets tonight, what he did at the major league level? He did the same thing and struck out. Idiot. Doesn't change the level of the strike zone.
Freddie, you like the Jets too?
I love the Jets, baby.
I'm sorry.
Love the Jets. As a matter of fact, I am going to throw a Jets party here.
Okay.
I bet you're a Patriots fan.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh, you guys are in trouble.
I'm a Patriots fan.
Did you see you guys just signed a retired football quarterback?
I really don't follow it that
You
way.
don't?
If you're a Patriots fan, you need to go down to Village Grill down at Lauderdale by the Sea. We were there yesterday. It is a Patriots bar.
No, we're going to go to Saltwater Brewery because the Eagles and the Patriots play each other this year, baby.
Yes.
I will Do they play it really? for you.
Yes, and
Yes,
the
they
Giants.
do.
I got so many bets going on right now. The Giants and the Jets. I got the Eagles. I got that whole division. I got the Cowboys. I'm going to have some bodybuilders with me, taking Shred Zone with me on that one.
You're
'Cause I
done.
tell people, I'm not done. This is football. It's coming. We can have a football party when they play the NFL.
Look at
NFC
David's
East.
face. He's just thinking this man is crazy.
The East, baby. David, you all right? Don't faint.
We're allowed to gamble now, right? Too?
No gamble,
Okay,
drink.
No gambling. Yeah.
Your team loses, you gotta drink.
If your
Hey,
team
score-
wins,
for every
you take a
first
drink?
down you get, you drink. For every yard gain, you drink.
So when you win, you're drunk.
Win, win, baby.
And if you need a DD, you can call Hey Mr. DJ and they'll come by. Just ask them for the Brooklyn Cafe TV courtesy limousine because that is not drinking responsibly.
That's right, and he's picking me up and bringing me home.
Exactly. As
He's
long as you
all
stay
in the
safe.
works already. The NFC East.
Drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive.
I have people from New York betting me. The Eagles, the Giants, the
The best
Cowboys,
way to bet
the
Freddie is to bet
Redskins.
the opposite of Freddie.
No, you don't. Okay,
Always.
you know what? Bet the opposite.
Always bet the opposite of what Freddie says.
Who else is in that division? The Redskins, the Giants, the Eagles. Who else I'm missing?
Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Are you open? Do you show football? There's no TVs here to show football games.
I think there's one. There's
Is there one?
There we got one.
All right, there actually
We
are.
find
So you
a
can watch a
TV.
football game over
we
here,
will
game of
go
axes.
to the house of the enemy.
There you
We
have
will
it.
find a TV. I got my computer. I can hook it to HDMI.
Come on out tomorrow night. Game of Axes, Glow and Throw. It starts at what time, Joey?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tomorrow night up in Boynton Beach. Game of Axes. There are 7 tickets available. $40. It includes 2 drinks, 2 hours of throwing. Have some fun. It benefits breast cancer awareness. You can also contact Shred Zone at shredzoneonline.com. Get your personalized Shred Zone fitness assessment and an online fitness workout that you can do 30 minutes, 15 minutes from your home, from your cell phone. And always Saltwater Brewery. Thank you, Brittany, so much. Right on the
Thank you,
corner of
guys.
I-95 and Atlantic Boulevard on the west side. It is the Red Barn. If you're heading north, you cannot miss it. Thank you to our crew. Great job. Call Paul, 561-232-2626. Come join us. We're going to Mexico. We're going to Alaska in 2020.
We gotta
Book
go.
before August 30th. I'm just doing some house cleaning.
gotta
Have a
go.
great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, back in Studio A. Be kind to each other and always drink responsibly.
And don't be late. We
Bye-bye.
gotta go. Bye.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you in 12 weeks? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at ShredZoneOnline.com and Shred Zone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2059. Shred Zone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact Shred Zone today at 561-331-2059. Let Shred Zone shred you to a better health. ShredZoneOnline.com or 561-331-2059.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
1470 AM and 95.3